We got to do this one with a little bit of mood lighting. Free sign. And not taking either one of those. But in the back of the truck is an auto shift bike. Don't know what we got until we take it home, take a look at it in the daylight. But the price is right, and it's coming home with us. So my wife was pestering me why I didn't get the
I did.
which, what we believe, you guys can't see a thing, can you? What we believe to be a dehumidifier. So I'm gonna go give that a quick check and throw that in the truck too. Is it ironic that a dehumidifier has humidity all over it? We use them in the basement of our house. We have one probably about 15 years old. It's been down there. And this one looks a lot more modern than that one. So let's give it a shot. Just make sure there's no water in it though. Alright, into the car. So it's like the next afternoon. This was on the side of the road for free. Yeah, about 1 in the morning I think was the time frame that we went and grabbed that. Didn't get to do too much yet. I just hopped out of the truck. I was going to say to myself, if I find out it wasn't made in China, I go grab it. But when I went to go look at it, I found it to have a very interesting feature that might be really cool for us to go play around with. And that being that it is an auto shift. So I think it'd be good to kind of screw around that way. We'll figure out how it works and how it does what it does. Looks like it's just got a regular derailleur with some kind of governor on it. It's like a set of probably like weights that open up, that spin and maintain a certain cadence. Looks like it's got a little cable going around here too. Let's get it chucked up in the stand. We'll see what we got and educate ourselves and see if we can make this a functioning part of society again by bringing it back to life. That's a little better. I grabbed this stand at a yard sale a couple of years ago. Wasn't even quite sure what it was. But after I got it home, I got it for cheap money. That found it fairly expensive. I think it's awesome. It really makes working on stuff like this much better. Anyway, yeah, made in China. I thought I saw a U.S. flag on it somewhere though. Yeah, right there. Designed in the USA, made in China. Got that guy flapping around. It's gonna be. Throw an Allen wrench on that, get out of our way. I don't see anything broken right off the top of my head. It's got a suspension fork in the front. Looks like the rubber's kind of deteriorating. I remember watching these. I think they advertised it on TV or something. Does it have a suspension? Yeah, it's got a seat that's got suspension on it too. It was like one of those infomercials you watched in the middle of the night, where you fell asleep with the TV on, you heard in the middle of the night. Let's get that kickstand tightened up. We'll throw some air in the tires, and we'll get an idea what the rims look like. Yeah, spin around. Set for a second. See if we have to force it somewhere. Hear the creaking noises. Back brakes are dragging. Let's give it. Take care of that flopping kickstand. figure that where that's supposed to be in the closed position. Go for it right there. That tire is rubbing on the brakes. We'll look at that a little bit later. Let's get the front tire on it. What do you think about this? Do we go this way? Go this way. And the tread on the back is going this way. Let's try to maintain that. We're gonna have to tighten up on that a little. I'll leave it like that for now. The rim looks pretty good. Let's go throw some air in that tire too and get that one seated. Let's see how this one does. Should probably go grab that dehumidifier. Bring that in, plug it in too. While we're waiting. And that is low wear. Right there. Good try. Looks pretty good. Probably let them set up for a while, and we'll air them down, air them back up to get them to seat. Throw a little bit more in that. Front rim looks pretty good. And nice and straight. Didn't do too many curbs. Yeah, let's see if this thing will do anything for us. The smoke out. Let's let that thing go for a while. I don't really feel it moving much air or anything. Down low. I think you have a basket that you pull out. Now it's getting mad at me because I took the bucket away. Alright, hold on. Alright, I hear you. Oh, come on now. Alright, we'll let that run and we'll go play with the bike. The back wheel's dragging. And the only thing I see is this brake pad is touching real hard here, and then it's open on this side. See how it's racked and the other one's fairly flat. Generally they have a cam that's in here you can rotate. You can kind of influence that one way or another. Let's grab an Allen wrench, we'll loosen that up, see if we can find a better happy spot for that than what you see right there. The compressor just kicked in on it. Kind of noisy. Again, we'll let that run for a while. It's down in the basement. Our basement's, we have an old house. It's kind of damp down there. And we have one that sits in a shower stall down there and just runs all the time and takes the moisture out of the air down there and makes for a healthier house. But that thing's been down there. It's been running down there for about 2 20 years or so. So if we could find a newer one that's a little bit better shape, a little bit more life in it, we'll swap them out. So we're going to see how this does for us. And the noise shouldn't affect us because it's just other than a washer and dryer down there, we don't hang out down there. But you can see from up there, let's see how this does for us. Correct that alignment. That's right. Over there. Better, it's got to go a little. How are we looking front to rear? Alright, let's go push that against there. A little low. We're still dragging. Rim's got a big bow to it. We got some more work ahead of us. We're gonna go get our spoke adjuster out and do a little bit of tweaking. Let's bring that up just a little though. Right here is too low. That may be why they got rid of it. It's got to be a reason, right? Leave the other one on the other side alone for now. Let's go grab a spoke wrench and see if we can go do some tweaking. Alright, so I am looking. I should probably shove that thing outside so it's not making so much noise. That's more like it. So I'm looking at I'm going to use this brake shoe for my eyeball. I'm just kind of I'm educating myself on the rim, which way it's tacoed. And it looks like it's kind of touching for the most part. Loose right there. So it's got like two spots that it's waffled in. You know, it's not just one area that's not just one area that's kinked over. It's two spots of the rim. Let's try, and we'll take where it's really far away. We'll try to work that. So how tight are these? Pretty tight. I am going to loosen this one and try tightening this one. And this is a spoke adjuster, the one that I have. Hopefully we have a location that fits. What are we using? We're going with. So we want to draw it this way. We want to loosen. Let's loosen that one. Let's see if we can tighten a little and get on there. Was that not the one I was using? Did you fit on there? You did. Was you not going to fit on there? There it goes. And we want to tighten that one, which is pretty tight already. Yeah. So I am going to work on doing that. Let's loosen that one up too. Let's loosen all the offending direction. See how that does coming back. Kind of starts there and comes back here. So let me get this reflector out of our way. Let me slide it down. There we go. And let's loosen that one. I should take a Sharpie and mark which one we're using, because I'm going to do that 10,000 times. Figure out which one's the right one. And we want to loosen that one. Hopefully. There it goes. Let's go give ourselves. You know the reflector is where we're working. Let's go see if it doesn't hit it anymore. It's better. So I'm gonna go chase that. I'm just gonna go work on loosening first and try to help influence. Once I get enough slack in the rim, see if we'll come back and we'll influence it by then tightening spokes, because it just seems like they're all very, very tight. And see if we can get ourselves something good enough to work with. So I just work with the loosening spokes and see if you can watch the gap between the brake shoe and the rim now. Spin it up a little faster. It's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to go over one more time and just try doing some tightening and see if we can get a little bit more on the fine tuning. Well, actually right now it's good enough to use. So I'm going to use the brake shoe as my tell. So I'm going to bring it so it's got some pressure against it, and wherever it rubs, right there. So I know I want the rim to go that way a little. So we're going to say this spoke and this spoke, we are going to want to go a little on the tighter side. Not much, because now we're getting to the point where it's a bit of finesse. Might have went a little bit too far, because now it doesn't touch at all. There. These two have to go in a little, and I think you get the idea, right? I'm just going to chase it like that for the next couple minutes. We're not going to go too much. What am I doing? I'm tightening. I don't remember if I tightened to loosen that one. Sometimes when you talk and you try working, those two don't play that well together. Let's go. And what I'm going to do is switch over to the other side, and I'll do the same on the other side, and between the two of them hopefully we'll even out to what it's supposed to be. We want to tighten that one. What am I doing? Just a hair on that one. Right? Right. I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I know the tire's wobbling. Don't look at the tire, look at the rim. And the rim itself, like if you look at this lip, is nice and straight, and this is still wallowing in and out a little bit, but there's not too much I could do about that. I mean, you can, but it's just not worth it on this project. You could take the tire off and yank on it a little. No, it's alright. If I want to, I can kind of play with it a little bit. Sometimes after you ride it a little, it kind of settles into a new spot too. But as long as the brakes don't drag on us, we should be fine. What do you want to do now? You want to have some fun with this weird looking gear setup and see what this thing does? Alright, let's get you set in a stand and we'll see if it operates. Yeah, so what it looks like is it has a little drive belt that runs this governor, I'm going to call it, and it seems like the governor then affects where the shifter is. So let's just go give it a spin up. It should be in, you know, what do we want? Tall gear, and then as this spins faster, it should drop down. Yeah, that's what it should do. See what happens. Ha. It's all the way down to the top gear. We'll slow down. See if it'll make it back up. Went up one. Seems to work pretty good. It's a pretty cool setup, huh? Yeah, see they stuck? So we're gonna go clean that up a little bit. Actually, is it stuck or is it just because it's not turning? No, I did it. Brakes are stuck on too. Yeah. Because they're not turning. I'm gonna go probably get some WD. I'm gonna get air gun first. We're gonna blow off all this crap off here. We're gonna come back with some WD, let it kind of soak in there, blow the WD off, and maybe go with some oil or just leave it dry. I'm not quite sure how it's supposed to work, but as far as lube, if it needs any or not, you know. Noise alert. Probably some dry lube or something to get on that. Let's see. It seems to operate okay. I don't want to get much on this belt neither, though, you know. I'm sure that's probably supposed to be dry. Make sure I don't have you in the fling zone. Yeah, that's not where I want to get it. That sucks. Not what I wanted to do. Doesn't seem to be hurting it though. And then you still have a shifter for the front. Yeah. So it's, I guess we're going to call it semi-automatic. Let's go see what that guy does for us. Is it the grip you twist? I think you do. Let's go find out. Yeah. So it's got 1, 2. Yeah, 2 in the front, but you do that one by hand. I'm going to come back with a rag and wipe that chain off and a bunch of that stuff off. And probably should wipe the whole frame off too. Let's get rid of the excess. Take the dirt with it. The good thing is it looks like it wasn't stored outside, you know. Chain's a little not terrible. I'm going to go take a minute and I'll spray the frame down too and wipe that down. Yeah, she's all purdy now, kind of. So that tire's got a little bit of a, if you watch that line you can see it dip down. I'm going to try airing it down and airing it back up one more time and see if it'll correct itself. Sometimes they do. I don't think it'll affect it too much. This isn't like a really high-speed bike. Store that in here. Gonna let everything settle itself, you know. Let's try it again. That's better. And we'll go with that. So I'm going to adjust those tire pressures and get it back out of the stand. Tires said 40 to 65. I put them at 50 for now. Actually, was that? Didn't we have a rear? Yeah, the rear brake does not return. That cable's going to need a hit with the oiler. So I'm going to get into that. Should have done that while I was on the stand. It's rushing ahead. It's on the rear brake, you're hitting it, and it's not exactly letting go enough. So it has a little bit of drag. So I'm going to go take these cams. These not have the slot in them? Oh yeah, they do. No, they do not. Let me get that cable out of there. I got to undo it from the other end. Just trying to make some slack so I can get the oiler in there. I don't want to. Really don't want to adjust the cable if I don't have to. There we go. Got it. So we can shoot some oil in this side. I'm gonna get my cable oiler, and we should probably be able to pop it off the handlebar now. Up here. There we go. Yeah, you can see how it doesn't want to return. You gotta force it. We're gonna work on it from that side, see if that'll be enough. This is what I got, is little cable oilers. This is the original one that I had, and it's starting to leak a little bit. Basically it's a funnel on the inside of it, tapers down to nothing, and has a little pinhole on that side for the cable to exit, and then the fatter end for whatever size the jacket is. So you slide that on there and you crank it down. The new one I got has a double barrel setup, so I'm gonna go see if I can get this thing wedged up into there. Hopefully I have enough room, and one of these two will be back on there and we'll get some fluid shot in that cable. Let's see if we can get that straw in there. Looks like there's a break in the cable right there. Think that might be an issue? Yeah, it's got a chomp in it right there. That might be what the drag is. Well, I'm gonna try feeding it from the other end too. We'll go both sides and we'll revisit it and see how it does. Essentially that's how they work. Not that a cable's all that expensive to put on there. Probably even have one laying over. Well, let's see if it'll recover. Let's, gotta put it together to do it. Need two hands. Let's see if we can get that one on the top side there. We want to go like that. You have enough room? There we go. We'll just do the same, put the oiler on it, shoot the oil from the other direction. Yeah, she's not gonna. It's bubbling out the other end a little bit. Holds pressure. Got that off of there. I got some tension on the back side. Let's see if we can work that free. That should work. And the final test. I'm good with that. Hopefully we don't have to put it back in the stand again. I think we're okay. That seat height might be a little on the high side. Let's see. No. I don't want a little bit of a bend to your knee. And it has the spring to it. I might come down a hair with it. Says me. Yeah. Meet our friend the persuader. A little tappy can't fix. Wow. That might need a little some of that too. See if the seat post moves. Say about right. Up there. That's better. See how that fits me. I'll get you in the spot you can see. How's that? Yeah. That's better. still come down to here more, just because when I'm a little tippy-toey, I run it like that. Adjust those levers a little. Feels pretty good. That one feels pretty good. About a third of the way they sort of locking up. Hey, he's ready for the test ride. It also has this weird setup for the handlebar adjustment. Yeah, undo the Allen, and it's got like ratchet teeth in it, and you could pivot where you want it instead of running the neck height up and down. You adjust it here. It's kind of cool. It might even go up and down too. I don't know about that. Yeah, it might have that adjustment also. That kind of would make the handlebars forward and back as you ratchet it. Shall we? There it goes. Let's try the trail. All is good except for it has a pump stand I keep clipping my pants on. Cool. That seems to do pretty good. I personally will probably just want a bike with a regular shift in gears, but for a person that may have an issue with it, it seems pretty good. I wonder if there's an adjustment for it too, for at what cadence you're pedaling, you could change it. Sure there is. I'd look it up online. There might be a set screw or something in the middle of it you adjust the flyweights with. And yeah, that's what I was talking about. My pants were clipping on that. That's a holder for a tire pump. Let me get that right off of there. That's pretty cool. Hey, the price is right too, right? For that, how can we complain? So I'll probably shove it out in front of the house for a sale sign on it, see if anybody wants it. And if not, in the state of New Hampshire, you could have motor assisted bikes. They have to be able to pedal, and they have to be automatic, meaning you can't shift gears. You can't take a regular 10 speed or 21 speed and put an engine on it, run it through the gear train. The pedal can stay that way, but if you were to run an engine and you ran a chain down to this sprocket and then out to there and tried using the gears to go shift, you're not allowed to do that. But if it does it automatically, it's fine. And this one does it automatically, so if it doesn't sell, we'll throw it back in the hoard and we'll just hold on to it for that setup, and maybe we can use that for one of the bike builds. Again, I think I'd rather just sell it. Alright guys, with that, it's a little quick video, a little bit of fun from the free pile on the side of the road, and seemed to work out pretty good. So for 45 minutes of work, got ourselves a nice functioning bike out of it. Not sure what the value of it is. Probably look online and see what people are trying to get for them. My guess is probably between 50 and 100 bucks in that area. So, alright guys, until the next one, I will see you later. Till then, bye. And this guy's been running outside. Seems to be doing its thing. You think we'll get any water out of it? Figure out how to open it again. I know. Nothing. I would have suspected to see water come out of it. Maybe not. Yeah, this one's still up on the air whether it was worth anything or not. I shoved that back in the garage. I'm going to let that run over the course of probably 24 hours and we'll see how it is. I have a feeling it's going to be okay. It's only run for about 45 minutes. I can't expect too much water to accumulate. Compressor's humming in it, so that's a good sign.